What's going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another episode here today, as we're back here with the Highland Scotties Team Builder Dynasty, episode 128. It is a huge game here as the two Kansas schools, the Kansas Jayhawks, being hosted here by the Highland Scotties in a nice Big 12 matchup here. As you see the season rankings, or at least the season offensive rankings between both schools here today. And this should be a good one. It's usually between these two teams. It's a pretty close game. Here, the last couple of years, we played against KU, both home and away. We've had some squirrely games, and today should be one of those here today. As we take a look here at Kansas right now, currently 4-4 for the season. They had a nice start off. They had a nice first two wins of the season against Washington State and Western Michigan. Then lost against Arizona State at home, and then went on to win against Utah and West Virginia. But then lately here, they've been losing three straight. They're currently on a three-game losing streak right now. Last week, lost to BYU in a big blowout, 34-9. The other two games against Oklahoma and Kansas State were actually close ball games there for them. So today they're trying to see if they can do the same here, and those at least try to stay in close with us in today's game. You see Wilson. His numbers there so far for this season: 11 touchdowns, two interceptions for him. Babcock, who hasn't been playing as late, but supposedly he is supposed to make a return here today. He's ran for 749 yards with 6 rushing touchdowns this season. So our job here is, of course, obviously keep the quarterback, on with some pressure in this game, attacking them all at all angles, and kind of forcing them to go to the running game here today. Let's take a look at the top 25 there, and of course you see quite a few teams dropped out. You see Michigan State and Air Force have jumped back into the top 25. Navy, they're hanging at number 25, being at number 19 last week. And of course, there you see the two teams that have dropped out: Oklahoma, and last week number 24th, and then of course Army West Point, number 20 last week. And then you see some other teams receiving some votes. And of course, jump up in the Heisman Trophy race is no other than Khalil Carter. He's in third place right now, as he had a nice game in the previous week there against Utah. We had a nice day there on the ground. 33 carries, 160 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. He has now 16 rushing touchdowns for the season, leading in NCAA this year. So Cedric Wilson, their quarterback, and he's a sophomore redshirt here. 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions so far this season. And, this young man is probably one of the decent quarterbacks they've had, with the exception of Gerbers, who's, of course, in the NFL now. But there you see Wilson, of course, he has a 85 accuracy, and about an 80 power. So he's pretty decent there for the quarterback there for Kansas. Ryan Babcock, there you see his numbers so far this season. And like I said, he's been injured for a bit, but now recently just now coming back, supposedly today. A good possibility seeing him back in the lineup here. He's a junior red shirt, and like I said, having a tough go here. He's got injury issues, but there you see his stiff arm spin very well there. But the guy that's been taking over his running here this season is this man right here, and that is Clay Houston, who we'll probably see run the ball as well here today. I know, looking at the numbers from last week, they ran both of those guys, as Babcock did have somewhat of an appearance last week, but not so much presence there in the running game for Kansas. Now, as for Houston, there you see nice acceleration and nice speed as well. 6'4", 202 pounds. He will be definitely got to be a problem for us in that backfield if we cannot stop him. Almost similar to last week's game against the Utes. As for Ricky Hollis, there you see a guy there that we're definitely going to have to try to avoid there. Great man coverage, great zone coverage there as a corner for Kansas. 6'3", 175 pounds. And he is a senior, and he is going to be lurking around that deep part of the secondary So throwing to him is going to be kind of one of those things where we have to watch out for. I'm sure he's going to be matched up with Randy Burns through most of this game. So we may not be able to get to Burns as often as we want to, but we'll try to do our best to try to do so here. So kind of be very cautious when it comes to the passing game. Noel going to, of course, plug up the middle there for Kansas on the defensive side of things there. Got good hit power and, of course, some other good tangibles there. And I think for the most part here, we'll try to do our best to occasionally run up the middle, but I think for the most part here, we'll try to avoid him and try to run on the outside for the most part here when it comes to our running game, and occasionally make a run up the middle. Cole Lane and Scott Doyle, the QB, number 1 QB in the nation, of course the 33rd ranked wide receiver in the nation, are going to be our visits here today, and we'll see a little bit of a profile of them at halftime here in this game. You see Thomas coming out there. You see 16-23 last week, 364 yards, and of course a couple of touchdowns there for him. As you'll see, Highland will get the ball here first to start off. As you see a 1st and 10, hand off there to Carter. Carter going on the outside there, trying to get to the 30-yard line, but he is going to be short, just short there, as he'll get about 3 yards on that carry. So now we're looking at second and 7 coming up here. Trying my best not to sneeze here in this microphone as Carter runs this one up the middle, and he'll get about 5 yards on that carry, putting us at a 3rd down. So looking at 3rd down here, a manageable 3rd down for the Highland Scotties. They've been very successful in these situations here this season. 3rd and 3, and a delayed handoff. Gives that one to Carter. Carter has no problem getting up the middle as he gets a carry of about 7 yards there. And, of course, a new set of downs for the Highland Scotties. So, obviously, we're going to see the ball here on the ground quite a bit here for Carter. Trying to get Carter in the reins of trying to get him be a Heisman Trophy winner here this season as Joe Barnes gets a nice reception. But at the same time, try to get our wide receivers here in motion. Just try to get a rhythm here for Thomas. As you'll see, a drop back here. And Thomas is going to go ahead and run this one himself. He's going to call his own number. And that's going to be a nice carry there for him as he gets about 10 yards on the carry. And that's going to be a huge 1st down for the Highland Scotties. Scotties, of course, number 1 team in the nation, taking on Kansas here. And like I said, we've had some kind of weird squirrely games with Kansas in the last couple of seasons. Hopefully today that will not be the case here, as we'll see Carter gets a couple there on that play. Looking at a manageable 2nd and 3 coming up. As we're across the 50-yard line now here in Jayhawk territory. Play clock running down to 7. See a man in motion, and a nice block there for Carter as he's going to run this one there. Gets this one up to the 19-yard line, or excuse me, 21-yard line there. And that's a huge 1st down for the Scotties. Scotties again here, doing an excellent job here, moving the football. Been doing that all season long here, especially with Carter, and he just seems like he's getting better and better from week to week. 3rd down coming up, and try to see if we can convert this one inside the 10 for the 1st. Thomas here will drop back in the pocket, up the middle there for Burns, and Burns gets the catch, and Burns in the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties, and the Scotties are on the board. 1st time of the day, and that's a great touchdown there for Randy Burns, and I believe that is Burns, his 11th receiving touchdown this season. So nice job as he's able to get in the end zone. Kansas State right now winning their game 41-20 there against Cincinnati, who we just played a couple weeks ago. And of course there you see some other scores as well. 42-35 Ohio State taking on Rutgers in that game. So back to our game here now, 1st and 10. Kansas for the first time having the ball here. Houston runs this one, and he'll get about 5 on the carry, making a 2nd and 5. We'll go down to a 3rd and 2, and we'll see what we can try to do here as Makes a nice stop there. As Wilson calls his own number there. And that's going to be Chris Brothers making the nice stop on the QB. As QB gets no gain, they'll of course be forced to punt. So we'll get the ball now on their own 40. 1st and 10. And hand off there to Carter. As Carter there will of course get only 1 yard on that carry. Carter, like I said, doing a great job here this season with the football. Has managed to, has really stepped up his game here from last season. Of course, like I said, trying to be a finalist here for the Heisman Trophy. A pass up the middle there to Hicks, as that's going to be a quick catch there, and that's going to be unfortunately short of the first down marker, putting it at 4th and 9. So we'll be forced to punt the football here, as you see Houston runs up the middle, as he'll lose a yard on the play, and Houston trying his best to get something going here for the running game here for Kansas. As you see a 3rd and 11 coming up, and that'll be a pass there, and unfortunately uncatchable there, as that's going to be a complete pass, and they'll be forced to punt. So a quick 3 and out on both for Kansas and Highland. Looking at a 1st and 10 here for Highland as they get the ball back. Thomas here drops back in the pocket, looks to the right-hand side, finds Matthews, and Matthews gets a great catch. Big tight end getting 16 yards on that catch for a 1st down. So now 1st and 10. Thomas here, play action, dropping back in the pocket, looking around, scrambling down the field here, looks up, finds Hicks. Hicks gets the catch, and Hicks gets all the way down to the Jayhawks 15-yard line, or inside the 50, I should say. Big play there on that throw. A great catch, as now they'll go back on the ground here and give Carter some love here as he gets about 4 yards on that carry. We'll see a 2nd and 6 coming up. So inside the 10 here for the Highland Scotties in Jayhawk territory. Handoff there to Robinson. Robinson going to get this one there. Robinson in the end zone there. Touchdown, Highland Scotties, as the Scotties on the board here again. This time away with a running game. And a nice rushing touchdown there for Robinson. I believe that is his 2nd or 3rd of the season. So now here, Jayhawks get the football now back on the field. And they'll finally get a hold of Houston. Houston had a nice run there. Almost looked like he could take that one back for a touchdown, but he gets shoved out there at the last second. 1st and 10, quick pass, and that's going to be incomplete. That's Wilson being hurried on that throw. 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball there on their own 45 or 48-yard line, and that one almost gets intercepted, but it's going to be called a fumble, and Houston's going to have to recover it. Nice job there from Houston, as they'll see it now. 3rd and 21 coming up for the Jayhawks, as Houston now tries to get out of the backfield there, and he is going to run this one for a no gain, if anything, on that play, as Eric Washington makes a nice tackle. And that's going to force the Jayhawks now here to punt here on 4th down. We'll get the ball near our own 45-yard line here. 1st and 10. Thomas drops back in the pocket, looks up here, throws this one up there. That's going to be thrown, and it's going to be caught by Hodges of the Jayhawks, as that ball was just in the air just way too long. Thomas trying his best to throw a lightning bolt there to Barnes, but just stays in the air too long there, and Hodges is able to make a catch. So good chance, good opportunity. I mean, good trying to throw a ball deep, but Hodges is right there on the play. So Kansas now going to try to see if they can take advantage of this situation here. Now 1st and 10 after that 1st down. We'll see Wilson here throw a screen pass there to Houston, and Houston going to get gobbled up there for just a gain of a yard. They're now looking at a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 coming up here for Wilson. Throws this one up there to Duncan, and Duncan gets the catch, and he gets enough there for the 1st, as he's able to help move the chains. Jayhawks looking at another 1st down as they cross the 50 here. Houston now getting his number called, and he's going to get batted away or get knocked down there quickly. A loss of 2 on the play. Nice stop there from Dallas Russo. Senior there, making a nice play. We'll see it now, 3rd and 7 coming up here. Wilson here drops back in the pocket, throws this one up there. That's going to go to Anderson. Anderson gets this one near the 22, and that's a huge first down. His 2nd catch of the day, 24 on the play, and that's going to put them now in some great field position here for possibly, at least worst case scenario, field goal here. But I'm sure Kansas is going to try to do their best here to get in the end zone. As you see, handoff there to Wilson, and Wilson, handoff from Wilson to Robinson, or Houston, I should say, as he will get stopped there and get back to only to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Man in motion here for Jayhawks. Wilson drops back in the pocket, scramble around, looking to the far left. He's going to throw this one there, and that almost gets picked away by Alex Thompson. As, of course, Thompson had a great week last week, getting a pick 6 for a touchdown against the Utes. As we'll see a kick here, and this kick is up and it is good, and Kansas is on the board for the first time, putting 3 points on the board now, making it now 14-3. 14-3 here in this ball game. 5:46 left here in the first half. Thomas again throws that one there to Hicks, and Hicks able to stay in bounds for a nice first down. They'll help themselves to move the chains. Nice catch and throw there. Thomas there throws this one there. He finds Barnes and does a little shimmy move there before he is finally dropped down near the 31-yard line. Big play there. A great throw there from Thomas, but even a better play here as you see the replay. Barnes knows he has a great opportunity here. Ooh, nice little spoon move there. And then he's just trying to turn on the afterburners there to get down the field. So great pass, a great reception there. 1st and 10 coming up here. See if we can finish this one off here with a touchdown. Play action here from Thomas. Thomas here throws this one up there. That's going to be knocked away. That's Kramer getting his hands on the ball. You don't see that too often when we throw to Hicks. We have a hard time usually trying to catch up with Hicks, but that time around Kramer did. 1st and 10. Thomas here drops back in the pocket. Looking down the field here, looking down the sidelines, and finds a reception there for Joe Barnes. 18 on the play and a huge first down, putting him inside the 20. Hand off there to Carter. Carter looking for a block here. Carter gets a great block, and he gets into the end zone there. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. And the Scotties on the board here as they make it now 21-14. Or excuse me, 21-3, excuse me. As we'll see a handoff now with 4:42 left. Houston just having a tough time out of that backfield there here against this great Highland Scotties rushing defense. 3rd and 10. Wilson here drops back in the pocket, throws this one up there, heaves it up there, and Thomas, or excuse me, I should say Thompson, and it sands all over that play. Makes a nice stop, and they'll be forced to punt. So now 1st and 10 here, 4 minutes left here. Not much for the Scotties really to do here except for try to maybe put some more points on the board. But a great catch there as they throw that one down the seam there. Great catch, and that's the end of the first down here for the Highland Scotties. As now Thomas here drops back in the pocket, gets a good block, throws this one there to Burns. Burns trying to stay on his feet here, but he gets inside the 20. That's going to be a gain of 16 on the play for a first down. Highland's just doing a great job here with this air game here now. See if they'll continue trying to get this one, trying to get maybe in the end zone here this time around as Thomas scrambles off to the right-hand side. Thomas calls his own number. Thomas going to slide inside the 5. Great run there from him. Take a look at his replay here. He's looking for a block. And kind of gets one there for his fullback there, but unfortunately, he's going to be just 3 yards shy of getting in the end zone. So now we're looking at a 1st and goal here coming up. Less than 3 minutes left here in this first half. Thomas trying to run this one himself, and he's going to be stopped. Maybe only getting a yard on that carry. So now 2nd and goal. We'll see a jet there. Oh, fake jet sweep. As Carter tried to run this one there as he snaps the football there. They're kind of in their wild rabbit Scotty play there. Looks like they're going to try it again here, as they'll see it now here on 3rd down. So 3rd and goal coming up. And it's going to be a snap there to Carter, direct snap to him, and he's going to get in the end zone there. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. As the Scotties on the board here again. Another rushing touchdown there for Carter. His 2nd of the day. Less than 2 minutes left here in this first half, and we'll see Davies there gets a catch there for KU. His nice reception there for him, about 6 on the play. 3rd down, trying to see if they convert here on this 3rd down. Got him near the 40. That's going to be a pass play. It's going to be intercepted there by Thompson. That is Alex Thompson there on that catch. And this young man, as the last couple of weeks now here in this series, has really did a great job there stepping up, reading the quarterback's eyes, and then just jumping in the passing lanes for interceptions. 1st and 10 coming up. We'll see a pass up the middle there to Hicks. Hicks going to get this one there. It's going to be a big gain there. A gain of 32 for the Highland Scotties. And they're looking to strike once again. 28-3 here with 1:03 left here in the first half. Highland kind of needs to maybe slow down a little bit here. I see a man in motion. That would have been Burns. Thomas here looking down the field here. Thomas trying to scramble and couldn't find nobody there. And unfortunately, he will not get any yards on that play as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Thomas looking back here, looks up, fires this one there. That's going to be caught by Hicks. And Hicks is going to be get a good gain there, being at the 1-yard line. It's now 1st and goal coming up. Thomas under center in an I formation. Looks like they're going to go hang in and give this one to Carter. As Carter's in the end zone again. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. Nice job there for him, and that's going to put us up now 35-3. 43 seconds left here in the first half. Highland, of course, taking a huge command here. As you'll see Wilson here for the Jayhawks. Drops back here. He's got to get out of that tangled mess there. And he's going to get dropped there quickly, as there's no gain on that play, as Wall is able to get to him there on the play. 2nd and 10. 20 seconds left here in the first half. Kansas would love to try to score here before the half, but looks like they're going to take their time here with maybe a shot down the field here. Scotty's not going to drop back here. They're just waiting to see what this play is going to do. Of course, I don't think this young man can throw the ball down that field that fast. As Bird had it, but it's going to get knocked out of his hands quickly, and that is going to be the half. Kansas getting mollywopped here in the first half, 35-3 here in this one. Talk about a game here. 3 rushing touchdowns there for Khalil Carter, as well as a great day here. Of course, we did have that 1 interception, but hey, we'll look past that for right now for our QB. But great day there for Thompson, as well, as he's been having a good job there, doing an excellent job there in that corner position for us there defensively. As we take a look at the first half stats, and of course both teams have an interception. We have 94 yards rushing, which kind of glad for, getting close to that 100-yard mark for the day, but hey, we'll take what we can get. And of course, passing yards, the running game has been really good for us because of the passing's been really great for the running, obviously. So Scott Doyle, there you see a 5-star athlete. We are really trying to work with this young man, try to get him to go. Of course, the school that really has him by their clutches there is Arizona State. He's a 70 overall, 33rd in the nation when it comes to wide receiver, so he'll definitely be a death play. He wouldn't start right off the bat here, but he has great speed. We like that. Of course, route running as well. But yeah, we're just looking for depth wise. It's not necessarily a guy that we need to sign right off the bat, but it would be nice to have we can work with him and develop him. Of course, he will be redshirted his first year, but yeah, that's the guy we're looking for here. And of course, there you see he is here today, and we're trying to do our best to kind of convince him. He has in about 3 weeks from now, he will be in Arizona State, and he will visit them. I'm not sure if we play them in that time frame, but if we do and we can defeat Arizona State, that would be great for us. Hopefully that will be signed, sealed, and delivered here. Actually, no, we play BYU in 3 weeks, so no. And last but not least, Cole Lane. We've been going after him all season long. He is the best quarterback in this current class right now, #1 in the nation. He's a balanced quarterback here. And of course, Texas, Stanford, Tennessee, and Arizona State are looking at him as well, as we're trying to nail down the final last minute things for him. He's an 80 overall quarterback, and he has a good possibility to make a run at being a starter, being a true freshman for next season here for the Highland Scotties. There you see his numbers, and he has a great opportunity to start for us next year if Thomas, and of course remember Alex Flanagan's little brother Axel is still here, and of course he can still have a chance to be the QB of the Highland Scotties next season as well. So but yeah, looking at his numbers there and his talents that he's bringing for us, yeah, he would definitely, if the other two were not going to be here next year, he would definitely be our starter. But he still has that chance to do so if these other two decide to leave early. So we get back into the second half here. We'll see Kansas will get the football here, and this will be a touchback, and they'll get the ball there on their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Highland Sky, or for the Kansas Jayhawks. As they'll drop back here, hand this one off to Houston. Houston going forward for a gain of 6 on the play. And of course, having a really tough day out of the backfield there, as we have not allowed him too much positive yardage. Man in motion here for the Jayhawks. Of course, they're wearing all white. We're wearing our blue tops with white pants. And Houston just bumbling and stumbling his way there for that first down, as he does get it for a gain of 6. 1st and 10 coming up. Wilson here drops back in the pocket, looking down the field here. He's trying to look down the field, but he's going to get met up by Washington, who makes a nice stop. And a great job there, losing 6. So 2nd and 16 coming up here. This is obviously going to be a passing situation here for Wilson. We're trying to apply some pressure here on the passing game. And they have to go back to the run here with Clay Houston, as he gets 3 yards in the carry. Clay, 10 carries for 38 yards so far here in today's game. 3rd and 13. Wilson here drops back. He's going to be hit up by Williams for another loss there. Loss of 8 on that play, and they'll be forced to punt. Great job, a great stop there, sticking it to the quarterback there, that last play. We'll see a deep pass, trying to get this one to Randy Burns, but we happen to overthrow that one. So now we're looking at a 2nd and 10. Great throw there from Thomas, but just could not get it where we need it. And then this time they read it. This time they ran the same play. And Andre Knoll reads that one very well and gets a stop for a loss of 5. So now 3rd and 15, play action here. And again, Thomas loses yards there, as he'll lose another 10 there on the play. So now we decide to go for it here on 4th and 26 here. Thomas, I guess, believes he has a mismatch there. He's trying to exploit it. As you see a pass there, it's going to be incomplete. Kramer deflects that one there, and we'll have the loss of downs here as we get the ball back here for 2KU with some decent field position here. And of course, I don't know if that was a call by Coach Bonds to stay out there on 4th down, or if that was Thomas convincing Coach Bonds that he gets to be out there. But nonetheless, here we get good field position here to KU, as that one gets thrown up there. That's going to be Bird, as he gets a 7-yard reception, and that's going to put him at a 2nd down. So 2nd and a couple of yards. Wilson drops back in the pocket, looks to the left-hand side. That's going to be picked off by Wall, And Wall now has nothing but green grass. He could take this one back to the house, and that's exactly what he does. Touchdown, Highland Scotties, as they take a pick six. They take a nice pick and make it 6. Great job, and a great turn of force there on the play with an interception and getting 6 additional yards, 6 additional points here. It's going to make it now 42-3 here at Highland. And what a game this has been. Everybody is clicking on all cylinders here. 5:27 left here in the third quarter. And Brothers there tracks down and finds KU's quarterback Wilson. That's a loss of 5 on the play. 3rd and 15 here. Obviously a passing situation. Wilson throwing this one up there, and he just had to throw it quickly there as Brothers was on him and try to get to him there, but come up short. They'll have to be forced to punt. Now 1st and 10. Thomas here scoring, rolling out there, and he's going to get shoestring tackled, and that's a loss of 3 on the play there by Eric Hodge. So now we'll see what they can do here on a 2nd and 13. Thomas in the shotgun. Back there with Carter. He's going to scramble out here. He's going to go back in the inside here. Going to slide, and he's going to get some positive yardage. As they're still short of getting to the first down. They're 6 yards short, I believe. Or no, 4 yards short of the first down. We'll see a 3rd and 5 or 36. Thomas drops back in the pocket. Thomas got to get out of there. Thomas doing a little maneuver there, and then spins there and gets a first down on that run. Nice job there for him. 9 carries for 20 yards here for him today. Great job there for the QB. Trying to keep that drive alive with his feet. And we'll see now, 1st and 10. Carter now going to use his feet, and he's going to get a gain of 5 on the play. Bringing back the running game here, which has been very helpful for them. Carter not near 100 yards yet. He is about 66 yards for the day. So we got to try to pound the ball here with him a lot more. I see Carter there get his number called again. He's going to stay up the middle this time, as he'll get 4 on the carry. So now 3rd and about a yard or 2. We'll see what we can try to do. Trying to see if we can muscle this one in here real quick. As they're in their 46 defense there for Kansas. That's going to be a great run up the middle as he's able to bust through there and gets a nice gain of 10. So new set of downs here for the for the Highland Scotties. Kansas Jayhawks defense really struggling here. Pass up the middle there to Barnes. And Barnes unable to hold on to it. Now we're looking at a 2nd and 10. Barnes had it but dropped it. It's not like him. So now we'll see a drop back here for Thomas. Thomas going to go ahead and call his own number instead. He's going to get down to the 5. And they're going to say that's a first down as he's able to move the chains there with his legs. 1st and goal coming up for the Highland Scotties. As Thomas kind of risking it for the biscuit there on that running play. Thomas throwing this one up there to Hicks. Hicks gets in the end zone there. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. As that's the 2nd receiving touchdown thrown there by Thomas, and the first one of the day for Hicks, as we lead it now 49-3. Minute 37 left here in the 3rd quarter. I imagine Coach Barnes at some point will probably start putting in some 2nd string guys in here to get some work in, as we're in blowout territory. 2nd and 10 coming up. As Wilson here drops back in the pocket, throws this one up there. That's going to be caught by Anderson. And they're going to say it's a first down, as they say it was a catch. So now 1st and 10 here for the Jayhawks. Jayhawks here. Change the play up on the line here with Wilson. Hands off there to Houston. And Houston able to break out for a gain of 13, getting the first down. So nice carry there from him. We'll see now 1st and 10 Man in motion here for the Jayhawks. Wilson again drops back here. That one is going to get, he's going to get hit as he threw that football there. They're looking at a 2nd and 10 coming up. So now we'll jump to now a 3rd and 10 here for the Jayhawks. 50 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Man in motion. Wilson again drops back here in the pocket. Heaves this one up there, looking for a prayer, and he's not going to get it answered. As DeSantos all over that play, makes a nice deflection. It's his 2nd of the game. So they'll be forced to punt, as we'll see a 1st and 10 here for the Scotties, and that's a nice run there for 6 there from Thomas. Thomas really trying to get back that yardage that he lost from the sacks early on. Trying to put some work here in the rushing game. 2nd and 4. Just a few ticks left here in the 3rd quarter. Those on there to Matthews. Matthews spins, breaks a tackle, and he is going to get to the 35-yard line. They're in Scotty territory. So nice job here, as that's the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3rd and final quarter. We'll see a 1st and 10 here for Thomas. Highland, of course, still has the football. Thomas going to call his own number here. Get all the way down to the, it looks like Jayhawks 40. Big run there for him. And that is something we've been looking for here, as he cannot find nobody with his arm, so he decided to go with his legs. And did a great job there on that play. So now 1st and 10. After the big run here. Maybe now looking for the big throw. This one's going to go up there, and that's going to be broken up, as that is Ricky Hollis, the guy that I said we need to avoid, as he tips that one away. I think that was a warning right there from him. 2nd and 10 coming up. Thomas up the middle, and somehow Robinson gets that football there. That's a huge 1st down. It's now 1st and 10 for the Scotties, as we'll see Thomas now scrambling around here on the backfield here, looking for a block. Gets one, and he's going to get hit hard at the Jayhawks 11. He gets the 1st down. As we'll see, new set of downs here for the Scotties. Big hit there, and Thomas miraculously is still up and moving around. It's a quick pass there to Burns, and Burns gets into the end zone there. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. As that is Burns' 2nd receiving touchdown today, I believe. And the 3rd one thrown there by Thomas. As we'll take a look at the score here. Number 2, Stanford, who have been lurking around that number 2. They've been number 3 for quite some time now, after the UCF Bulls there lost. They were at number 2 for a long time there. But Stanford right now taking the lead there over number 8, USC 7-0. Get back to this game here. Quick pass there for Wilson to Anderson for a gain of 9. Puts that just short of the 1st. So now 2nd down. Man in motion. And Wilson here drops back in the pocket, looks up here, fires this one. That's going to be picked off by McCall, a name that we have not heard there today. And he's kind of known for his interceptions, as he picks up one here now finally here in the final frame of this ball game. Nice interception from him, and that gets us ball back here. Actually good field position here, as we're on the other side of the 50. So now 1st and 10. Handoff. That's going to be tossed over there to Carter. Carter's going to drag a man down after he gets 6 on the play. So now 2nd and 4 coming up. We'll see. Actually, we'll see here now 3rd and 7. Try to see if we can convert here on this 3rd down, as we've been very successful here for the most part here today. I think we maybe had 1 3rd down, or maybe 2 3rd down conversions that did not go so far for us, and that's another one there. That's going to be a 4th and 2 coming up, and we'll see what the decision will be, and that's what I thought it was going to be. 4th and 2 coming up. Thomas is going to convince the coach to let him out there on the field. As Burns now in motion going from your left to your right side of your screen. And what are they going to do here? I imagine it'll be on the running game here as they'll hand this one off to Carter. Carter finding the first down marker and gets a lot more for a huge first down. Nice run there for him as he's getting close to 100 yards for the day. I think he's around 94, 95 so far. So now play action here for Thomas, and Thomas is going to get snagged there for a loss of 8 there by Andre Knoll. Second sack of the day for Knoll. As we'll see now, a 2nd and 18 coming up. Play action here for Thomas. Thomas here drops back here, fires this one up there. That's going to be caught by Hicks, and that's going to be a touchdown. Second receiving touchdown of the day here for Hicks. The 4th touchdown pass of the day for Thomas, as things are definitely clicking for him and for this offense as they make it now 63-3. We're beating Kansas by 60 here. This is definitely not one of their weeks here that they're going to play close. As Wilson gets dropped there for a loss of 3. Third sack of the third sack for Kevin Jones. And a nice stop in the backfield there on Houston as he loses 3 on the play. Looking at 4:10 left here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 16 coming up here for the Scotties, or excuse me, for the Jayhawks. As Jayhawks throws this one up there, that's going to be tipped away, and I believe that was McCall that did that. That's going to force them to punt. So now they're forced to punt, so we got a good field position here. They're on their 45, and that's going to be a nice run. Move some positive yards here. 3rd and 7 here. We'll see what Carter can do here. Carter trying to find that first down marker, but he's going to be stopped just short of there. About a yard or 2 on the play. So we'll see what Highland Sky is going to go for here. And they're going to go ahead and go for it here on 4th down. Why not? There's nothing they can lose to. Maybe just field position here as they have a nice 60-point lead. And that's exactly what happens there as Carter gets stuffed in the backfield there. As that's a turnover on downs. So pretty much that was just, I guess they're trying to run the clock and trying to muster out the clock as much as they possibly can. As Wilson going to get dropped again by this Highland Scotties defensive line, as that's another sack on him. What a play. And it's going to be now 2nd and 18. We'll now go to a 3rd and 18. And Wilson not having a day here at Highland. Wilson throws this one up there. That's going to be battled away. Nice job there from Thompson. And the other Highland Scotties player there. I'm not sure who that other player was there. But we'll see play action here for Thomas. Thomas heaves this one up there to Hicks, and Hicks is going to get this one as he goes out of bounds for a gain of 21. Minute 42 left here. Don't really need that side to score, but just try to run this clock as we can. As Thomas here runs this one there. He's going to run this one all the way to the 4-yard line. What a run there for him. 25 yards on that carry. He is about 11 yards away from getting 100 yards for the day. So now 1st and goal here. Find Carter. And Carter's going to get his legs taken out from him. He's going to just stop short of the first down. It's now under a minute left, 2nd and goal. Trying to find the end zone there, but Thomas gets taken down there by Elbert. And that's going to be now a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal coming up. Thomas here gets the handoff, and he's going to get stopped. And he's actually going to lose a yard there on the play there by Eric Jackson of the KU Jayhawks. It's now 4th and goal coming up here, just a few ticks away. I think Highland wants to stick it to them here, but Highland can't, and they're going to get stopped at the 1-yard line of the Jayhawks. And now the Jayhawks will get the ball at the 1-yard line with 7 seconds left. Now maybe Scotty did this on purpose here as Wilson has to heave this one. And it's going to be right there, almost in the hands of the defender, making it now 2nd and 10. 4 seconds left. Last possible play here. As Wilson can't go back too far there. He has to get rid of this one. There's 1 second left. So now 3rd and 10. They're in there. They're sitting on their 2-yard line. Wilson drops back, and he can't do anything with that play, with that ball there, as he's getting blitzed on heavily. And that is going to be your ball game. Final score, 63-3. What a game. 4 touchdowns for our QB. And Thomas is going to be our player of the game there. 4 touchdown passes, about 80 yards on the ground on 17 carries. What a day there for him. And overall for the Highland Scotties here, as Coach Bonds said, hey, let's just keep pressing them here. I don't know. I don't know if Coach Teddy Bonds made that call on some of those 4th downs, or if Thomas convinced him to go for on those 4th downs there. Some of them we got away with. Others, of course, not so much on the others. But hey, what a play there. Look at this. Pick 6 going back the other way. Nice job from the defense stepping up here and scoring points as well. So this was just a great job from everybody that was a part of this team here today. Nice victory here. Nice 60-point game, as the Jayhawks will have to go back to Lawrence now with their heads hang low and wait for another year to try to take us on here. 63-3 is your final score. 23 first downs for us, 7 for them. 536 yards total offense. Only 105 yards in total offense for Kansas. Wow. I cannot believe that. Passing yards there, 337 for us. They only 96. So we did. I mean, we their quarterback's not the best quarterback in the world, but we did force them to go and throw there, and just was not too successful there. As we see there, he went 10 for 34. We were 18 of 26 with 4 touchdowns. So not a bad day there for us. Completed 50% of our 3rd downs. They completed only 7%. They were 1 for 13. They had no 4th down conversions. For us, we were 1 for 4. Just trying to see what we can do there. And of course, Kansas did a great job there of stopping us. And then, of course, turnover there, 3-1. They had 3 interceptions. We had 1. So +2 for us. Thomas, 18 of 26 for 337 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Completed 69% of his passes with 5 sacks in the ball game. Not a bad day there for our QB. Could have been better if we didn't have to throw the interception, but hey, it happens. Just got to live with it. Carter, 25 carries for 103 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns there. That should help him even more so here now, and try to bump him up. Can still contend for that Heisman Trophy as well. Passing there, 7 catches for 151, 2 touchdowns for Hicks. There you see Burns, 3 catches for 44 yards and 2 touchdowns. Barnes had 7 catches for about 70 yards for the day. Try to get him in the end zone, but they did a pretty good job there of covering him. Obviously, with surprisingly enough, it was not against our number 1 receiver, which would be Burns. It was actually against Barnes throughout that game. Then you see, our tackle leaders, and of course our sack leaders and our interception leaders. So good game here. Defensively, defense just did a superb job, just like every single week, doing a great job there, going to work and not giving up much points. So just got to tip our hat to those guys. Great job there. Of course, so you see 10 of 34, 96 yards, 3 interceptions, and 5 sacks there on Cedric Wilson of the Kansas Jayhawks there. The 6'6", 223-pound sophomore red shirt. Tried his best there in that game, but came up short. 12 carries, 48 yards there for Houston. Wilson had a really even tough day on the ground there. Negative 39 yards on 8 carries. Oof. Tough day. Wrong direction you need to go in there. when you're in the running game there. Definitely hurt them a lot. Anderson, 4 catches he had the most catches and the most yards there with 47. And then defensively there, Jackson had the most tackles there for them. And he only had 1 TFL. Take a look at their TFL leaders here. Neal and Wild both had 2 apiece. Neal had the most sacks there for them. He had 2 sacks in that game on us. So great day there for him. Woods and Huff and Hodge as well. Of course, Hodge had a nice interception as we threw that interception just a little, didn't put enough air into it. A little short there. But there you see the deflection passes there as well. Hollis, Kramer, and Woods. And of course, there you take a look there. Yes, Cole Lane has committed to us. So we have our quarterback there. We have the best quarterback in this year's class. Congratulations there for us, as we cannot wait to see him come to Highland next season. There you see there's one gentleman there that committed to Clemson. So unfortunately, we can't do anything about that. But we can do about this next game coming up here, as we'll be at home again. And Highland will take on these Morgantown Legends, and that is the West Virginia Mountaineers. We'll see the Mountaineers coming up in the next game as we go into Week 12. And, of course, stay tuned for that. And, of course, all the games from Week 12 here on the channel that you guys have been watching. It's been a lot of fun watching some of those games that I've sim. They've been really interesting. Some of those games have been really, really interesting. And we'll continue doing so as we go into Week 12. So stay tuned for this, for more here on the channel of the Highland Scotties, as we're getting closer and closer to wrapping up this series. And, of course, trying to see if we can go out with a bang for a national championship, and maybe try and get a Heisman Trophy winner here for this series. It wraps up. But that is it for us today. If you guys did enjoy today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. And, of course, hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. You guys can also follow us on our social media down below. And, of course, don't forget our second channel over here on YouTube, over there on ESGNet plus LP as well, for more great NCAA content on that channel as well. But that is it for me, you guys. Stay tuned for more here on the channel. As always, keep yourself and each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time. Go Scotty Nation! I'll see you guys next time. Bye.